I love driving. And one thing that helps me most when I drive are Google Maps. But over the last few days, I have realized this love affair is very much becoming a one-sided. And today when I was parking my car somewhere and trying to find out the Chamber of Commerce room, I realized I didn't know. And I said to myself, here we go again. Luckily, one Fuchka wala saw me wearing this Toastmasters logo. And for the first time in the streets of Kolkata, I realized the brand value of Toastmasters. He waved at me and said, Toastmasters, this building. And I thought, okay, thank you. And I came in, found Siddharth, and found the way upstairs. And then there was this speech, and I am back on the stage to deliver my icebreaker. I started my life's journey in the year 1989. I did not intend to be born, but my parents intended for me to be born. So when I was born, I was told that one of my grandfathers, or to be precise, my grandfather's younger brother, came up to my parents and said, here you go again. He will cry and he will make your life very disturbing for the next few years. My parents tell me he was very right. Now, every single time I used to be kicked off the lap, even on a soft couch, I always used to start crying. It's like I'm asleep. My mother puts me down and I go crying. She still asks me, did you have a sensor installed inside you that you can sense when you are off the lap? And every single time they used to put me down, they used to wait for me to go, here we go again. As I grew a little older and I became a toddler, I was admitted to schools. Now generally, kids run away from books. But I was different. One-sided love affairs keep continuing with me. So I was in love with the books. Although one particular language was not very much in love with me. But I always used to go up to my parents and say, come, teach me. And I used to go and they used to say, here we go again. Because they don't have a life, right? Wherever they are, I go, come, teach me. He said, why can't you be a normal kid? I was asked a lot of times. I started going outside and we used to have a ground in our locality where we used to play cricket, sometimes in the gully as well. Cricket, football. We even used to play hockey with the umbrella stick. Because they looked similar and we didn't have a hockey stick, any of us. As we grew older, my love affair, single-sided with the language English, continued. I used to make terrible mistakes. And every single time I used to make mistakes, the friends of mine who were very good with the language always used to say to each other, here we go again. One of them even walked up to me and said, Kaushik, listen, the next time you have an option to choose between dying and speaking English, please go die somewhere. That was very sad. But this continued day in and day out. And I used to say to myself every single time after making a mistake, here we go again. But my mother told me one very important thing. She said, keep making mistakes, because only if you keep making mistakes, you will learn how to get things done the right way. And if you quit, well, you cannot go anywhere, for sure. My teachers helped me, and gradually, the one-sided love affair with the language turned a dual love affair. It's a both-sided, dual, whatever you want to call it. And the language that was foreign to me, where I used to fumble and falter and fail, became a strength in my arsenal. Every single time I get onto a stage, even now, I feel afraid. My biggest stage performance came 7 years later, when I was before an audience of 7,000 people. Before I went up on that stage on that day, I was very afraid. My heart was beating. I felt, what if the mic doesn't work? What if the lights go off? What if I forget my lines? What if my partner says something impromptu and I cannot cope up? And I say to myself, here we go again. All the nightmares coming inside of me and so many eyes looking at my face. And I went out there and we had a good show, a great show. From after that, I did a lot of other shows as well, but that experience always remained with me. In Toastmasters, when I attended my first ever contest, a couple of my friends told me, why are you even contesting? You are 20 days into the contest, into the Toastmasters journey. Why do you want to contest? And I said, no, I'm going to try, I'm going to win. And they said, here we go again. This kind of people don't go very far in the contest. 21 days later, I was in a division contest. And I did so bad that I was not even mentioned anywhere. But I learned how to do things right. Remember, making mistakes and learning from them. My mother told me and going forward. And here today, I am back on the stage to start my icebreaker of yet another part. And I want to make keeping mistakes, just like the line I said last. Want to make keeping mistakes so that I can learn that that is the wrong way of saying it, and I can realize I want to keep making them so that I learn from it and grow forward. So today, I say to you that in your life, when you make mistakes, when you have a dream, when you have an aspiration, and people say, here we go again, look at them there in the eye and say, here we go again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya. I see something in you, but I know what it is, and I'll tell you what it is. While the entire audience knows your love for driving, considering that you are 45 minutes late to the venue, and being an elite, and the entire elite and district knows how keen your love is towards public speaking, leadership, and mentoring. But today, all of us, and the speech was also recorded, so the audience in future will get to know your love for learning. We came to know how you were born unwillingly, and also your school life, how you were bullied, and then you participated, and not just participated, but went on to win the district champion also, which you did not mention in your speech because you were too kind and too humble for it. Moreover, in all our schools, there were subjects in which we excelled, and I'm pretty sure that there were also subjects in your school life in which you excelled, and considering that in your speech, there were few topics in which you actually excelled, few sections in your speech. The first was precise use of humor. I personally feel that humor can cure a brain tumor. So you use just like that. We have people in the audience, so we have to see accordingly. Display of emotions. The second one is display of emotions. You know how to use display emotions perfectly when you were pampering your mom and dad so that they do not feel bad about you, correct? And the third one was precise usage of topic, and that was why it made me think I see something in you, because if you all listen to Dharandia's speech, he has used the title quite a couple of times, and your speech also reminded me of that. While you have this constant desire in you for learning and becoming better, I also have few things for you so that you can learn and become better. First one is your attire. While you are wearing a Toastmasters t-shirt supporting the brand, your badge was 90 degree turned, and considering that you will be a soon-to-be PQD, that is not something we should do. And the next thing is timing. Timing already I have spoken, and the thing about timing is that your speech was I did not feel that your speech was properly timed, because towards the end you actually rushed through your speech, leaving us, the audience, in a dilemma that we were not able to grasp what you are trying to say through your speech. The third point which I would like to say that please learn how to pause when you are speaking for a particular cause. But you did actually use pauses in your speech, but I felt that those pauses were not powerful. If you had paused and just looked in the eyes of the audience would have gone much more keen that what is he about to say, just like politicians do. And the fourth point is smile. I feel that smile is a tool that can surpass the barriers of languages. Correct? And your speech lacked that. So to bring it together, dear Kaushik, so please keep in check your attire before you retire. and learn how to practice pauses when speaking for causes, and learn how to smile every once in a while. Thank you so much.